Welcome to Butterfield Backstage Banter, the BSP podcast all about Butterfield.
Hello and welcome to Butterfield Backstage Banter. I am your host, Jessica DeMent, and today I am joined by board member Mary Jo Dollar. Hello, Mary Jo.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining me today.
My pleasure.
Mary Jo, how long have you been a board member?
I was thinking about this today, somewhere between 10 and 12 years.
Wow.
Don't know the exact date, but somewhere in there, somewhere in that general vicinity.
A decade plus.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. And can you tell me a little bit about your theater background?
I don't have a whole lot of theater background. I did this much theater in high school, a tiny little bit at church, but as a performer. But as an audience member, as an appreciator of theater, I've been a season ticket holder of the Dallas Summer Musicals for over 30 years. So, but now it's called Broadway Dallas. They don't call it the Dallas Summer Musicals anymore. But I've been enjoying going to theater my whole entire life. My mom took us when we were growing up. So I have a huge appreciation for theater.
Sounds wonderful. What originally caused you to become involved in theater?
Well, Patty Hand is our president of the board, and I've known Patty for many, many years. And when I came on the board, my father had just passed away, and I had been taking care of him. And Patty Hand, little Miss, I'm going to get you involved person. She has that ability to get people involved in things, and you don't tell her no, by the way. And she knows that. And she called me and she said, Mary Jo, you need something to do right now. I need you to come on the board of Butterfield. And I said, okay, I've been wanting to get involved for a while, so this would be a good time. So that's how it happened.
That's fun. What is your favorite part of being involved in theater?
There's several things, but I guess my favorite thing is all the different types of people that get involved. So, you know, your chiropractor's involved and your dentist is involved, and like it truly is a community theater by how many the teachers are involved, and so many different people are involved in community theater. I love that. I think that is really cool.
It is fun. It definitely draws out all sorts of different types of people and allows you to meet all kinds.
Yes, I love it.
Fun.
I love
it. As with being part of Butterfield, have you actually done any shows with Butterfield?
I have. I did a show back about 10 years ago. I wasn't on the board very long. And at that time, we had just transitioned from having an executive director to not having an executive director and being all volunteer. And during that transition, there was an issue with getting volunteers to come audition for shows. They were like, please, people come audition. And so there was this call, please come audition for this show. And so I did, just on a lark, and got a part. And it was a world premiere, Jones Hope Wooten show.
Wow.
And it was a lot of pressure because it was a world premiere. It was kind of scary, but it was a lot of fun, and I was hooked for sure after that. So I've been involved both on stage and off stage ever since.
That's awesome. What's your favorite offstage area to be involved in?
Well, I'm very involved in the costumes. My bachelor's degree is in fashion merchandising, and I grew up sewing, and I grew up with fashion involved in my household of three girls. We were always, what's the latest style? And I've always loved show costumes, and so I am involved in the costume area, but I also love doing props. I love finding, like, we need a teapot, and it has to be the certain teapot. It has to be the certain kind for this set, and it's just kind of a challenge. It's a fun challenge to figure out where to find that prop. And so, we scour thrift stores and email different friends. Do you have this certain something? And that's a lot of fun too. I enjoy that.
It sounds like it. I'm glad to have people like you who do that because being able to have those props definitely helps elevate our shows.
It takes a lot of work behind the scenes.
It does.
Well, it takes a lot of work for the performers, but it also takes a lot of work for people behind the scenes as well to put on the show.
Absolutely. Yes, it's a whole production just to put on the production.
It is. It is.
Absolutely. What has been your favorite show at Butterfield? I know it's hard. There's been so many amazing ones over the years.
One of the ones I had the most fun doing was a show called Creature Creeps, and it was sort of like a Halloween show, sort of, and it had to do with like this count that lives in Transylvania, but he's, it was all kind of a mystery, and it was just all fun, tongue in cheek, very. It was just a lot of fun to do. The director that we had at the time, Charlene Ledbetter, was very creative. Her husband, Sheldon Ledbetter, was very creative with creating props that lit up and smoked up and did all kinds of fun things. So it was a really fun show to be involved in all the different aspects of what went into it. And it was a show that I did with my friend Russell Schmid, who passed away, and it's just a really good memory for me to have of the show that he and I did together.
Yeah. That's so precious to be able to have that.
Yes.
Since joining the board, what are some projects or initiatives that you've been involved in?
Oh gosh. Well, we totally rehauled the costume room about 5 years ago. That was a huge effort. It took about 2 weeks. We literally completely emptied out the costume room and did some revamping, and then eliminating a bunch of stuff and putting stuff back in, repainting. The old walls had to be patched up. It was just a huge project. So we got that done, and it's already a mess again.
That's what happens when you've got a building full of creatives.
It was like a mess within 18 months. It was back to being a mess again. But that's probably the biggest one I've been involved in.
That's awesome. Well, those are all my questions for today. But to wrap up, can you tell our audience why you think that they should come and check out Butterfield, either seeing a show or signing up to volunteer in some sort of aspect?
Well, live theater is so fun. You never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to mess up or not mess up, or where the laughs are going to be, or who's in it. You might show up and like I said, your chiropractor might be in the show, or you might show up and the lady that serves you snow cones might be in the show. And it's a community, and you're part of the community as the audience. So it is a truly community effort. So, you need to be a part of it.
Absolutely. I agree with all of that. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Mary Jo.
Thank you, Jessica.
Appreciate
you.
And I appreciate everything you've done for the board and helping out Butterfield and to help build the community that we have here. If you all would be interested in seeing a show or helping out, volunteering, go ahead and check out our website and our social medias. All of the information will be in the information box below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with all of your friends, and we'll see you at the theater. Bye.
Thank you for joining us. For more information, please visit butterfieldstage.org.